Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everybody. I'm your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Well, happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody had a very good weekend. Actually, this weekend was pretty good. I just went to go see the SpongeBob musical, which was put on by a school district that's about 20 minutes from here. So, Chateauguay, if you're listening, you guys put on a wonderful musical. I absolutely enjoyed every second of it. Um, I'm kind of sad I didn't get any pictures, but sometimes we have to just watch things in the moment rather than trying to savor things with pictures.
It's like everything with like WWE or AEW. It's like you gotta just savor the moment, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
I agree with that. But yeah, I had a really good weekend, and I hope everybody else did too. How was your weekend?
Well, I worked.
Boo.
I mean, I worked.
Boo.
I worked to 4 yesterday, and then I worked till 3 today. I got like almost 7 hours yesterday, just off the rip, and then I got almost 6 today for hours.
That's not too bad.
So I think I got in total like maybe 16 hours for 3 days.
That's not too bad.
Maybe 17. I can't remember. But yeah,
Hi,
I uh
Tigger.
I just had to make up for one day that I
Ah,
missed.
Tigger's here. Everybody say hello.
Hello, Tigger.
Anyways, thank you guys for joining. We hope you enjoyed the episode tonight. So, we are continuing the AC/DC train by breaking down the album Ballbreaker. Now, this is an album that I've listened to 3 times on my own. Actually, well, 2 times on my own. Or no, actually, yeah, I've listened to it once on my own, and then we did it twice together. We actually just re listened to it last week, so it's still pretty fresh in our memories. Um, there are 11 songs to talk about on this particular album. This is the first album uh, featuring Phil Rudd coming back on drums. A little bit of AC/DC history here. In '91, they had Chris Slade on drums. Before that, they had what the hell's his name? Isn't his name Simon Wright? Yeah,
Yeah.
they had him on drums before Chris Slade from like '83 all the way to like '88. They brought Chris Slade in for the Razor's Edge, and then with Ballbreaker, they brought back Phil Rudd, which was the original drummer from way back in the day. Um, so this is his triumph return to AC/DC. I'm not gonna lie, this album wasn't bad. I'm gonna be honest. First time through, I wasn't too fond of it. Maybe I was just a little stubborn. It took me a couple times to really get into this album in full, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't regret re-listening to this album one bit.
Right.
Now, just a fair warning: this album covers a lot of rated R topics, as with almost every AC/DC album known to man. So just prepare yourself.
Yeah. Don't be shocked at this point.
All
So
right, so let's jump into this, shall we? Starting off at track number one with Hard as a Rock. I mean, come on. I've known this song since I was a kid. I've always heard this song growing up.
right. I mean, title is kind of self-explanatory here, a little bit, if you want to call it that. Um, I mean, like we said at the top of the thing, it's very rated R topics. And plus it's Angus and Malcolm writing the lyrics. So you're probably gonna be not kind of quite shocked at this point. Um, but I did find a meaning, but I didn't know if like what did you think of like the
I
overall
mean,
song?
the song is really good. Like I said, I've heard it throughout my childhood because my dad has this album on CD himself. Um, it's just one of those songs that I remember very vividly, and I never understood the context behind it till I got older.
Right, right. I mean, it kind of hits different when you get older.
It's a very good opener. I'm gonna say that it's a very good opener. Kind of shows you what the album has to offer. This
Mhm.
album is definitely more of a blues rock vibe.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. Okay, so the meaning that I found, I mean, it's gonna be rated R, obviously. Um, it's a song about when a man when it gets an erect penis due to stimulus caused by an attractive woman, or put in plain English, song about pinching a tent.
God damn it. We're only on the
It's
first fucking song. God damn it.
like I said, it's Angus and Malcolm writing the
Thank
lyrics.
you,
That's
boys.
oh yeah, I know.
But besides that, it's just overall a really good opener. Like I said,
Mhm.
it kind of shows what the album has to bring to the table in this case. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 just because it brings back a lot of nostalgia for me from when I was a kid and always hearing this song.
I gave it a 9.5.
That's okay. It's still good.
Yeah. All right.
All right, track
On
number
to a hot start.
2. Yes, we are off to a hot start. All right, track number 2, Cover You in Oil. This is another one I really like. It just has a really groovy feel to it. Like I love the riff on it. It just has that good like groovy feeling to it. Like it really feels like blues rock at this point, and we're only 2 tracks in.
Right. Okay. Um. Again, self-explanatory kind of. I guess if you want to put it like that in layman's terms. Um. The lyrics portray a man who has no regard for women's rights and views them as sex objects. But
Ew.
I don't really think that's the overall like meaning behind it per se, because we've seen the video before.
Yeah, and they're literally covered in oil.
Yeah, so it's like I don't really know what to say about that. I really just don't know what to say
I'm
per
looking at the
se.
songs right now basically on how much I enjoyed them and how much I remember them. This one is another one I really remember, again, from my childhood.
Hmm.
And plus, there's a lot of replay value on this one for me, just like personally, like on my own time. I do hear this one quite a bit. Um, a 10 out of 10. It just has that really solid, like, riff, like that groovy, like, riff. Makes you want to bob your head.
I gave it a 9.
Okay. That's not bad. Seriously, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Number 3 with the Führer. This one, I'm not crazy about. I'm not super, super crazy about it. Like, it's okay. Um, but like it's not super memorable for me even after my third time through with this album. I still like I'm not the one to really hear the song a lot. I don't play it on my own time. It's not my go-to on this album.
Right. I'm kind of the exact same way, but it's like I kind of remember it more, I guess. Because especially the first time when I heard it, it kind of had like a little bit of like not a connection to it, but um, let's just say I just enjoyed it the first time around, and then enjoyed it the second time around too. So it's kind of like one of those like memorable ones for me a little bit. Um, so it's actually a song about like frustration with like street preachers and like Bible thumpers, like
Yes.
people like and all that stuff. But if you can look at the artwork, there's kind of like a demonic looking preacher carrying a Bible getting like thunderstruck. If you could see it in the artwork, I don't know how you can see it, but um it's like when like Angus looks like he's getting struck in the middle of the artwork and stuff, you could probably like see like maybe a demonic looking preacher in the background. I don't really know if that's true, but that's like what I saw like when I was looking up at the meaning and stuff. But
Okay.
I don't really know if that's true or not, but I can see like what they were talking about with frustration with like Bible thumpers and all that stuff. Um hmm. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10 for me, but that's just me.
I gave it an 8. I wasn't too keen on that song, but again, to each their own.
To each their
Also,
own.
I'm trying to look at the artwork right now.
I know it's
I do see a
yeah,
demonic thing on the left hand side of the album.
so that's probably that what I was talking about.
Yeah, I do see it. I was just looking
Yeah,
at it.
yeah. I thought it was an interesting little tidbit that I found out.
I like that. I like that when there's like little secrets in the album artwork, kind of like with neighborhoods.
Mhm.
That and the Sonic Highways from Foo Fighters.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right, track number 4. I really like this one. We call it Boogeyman. I don't remember this one from first time around, but the last 2 times I did this album, I really enjoyed this. So, um, honestly, it's one of my more notable tracks from this album. It's like I'm your Boogeyman.
Yeah. Um. It defines the blues rock subgenre.
It
It
really
defines it.
does, and like I think I told you this as we were going through the album together. I really enjoy the riff on this whole album. The sound of the guitar on the whole album, it just sounds so mean. Like it just sounds good.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So this is AC/DC's way, and put that in air quotes, of entering those who say rock stars are only about the sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and enter it. Yeah. So we are. So what? Because it's like, I mean, like, what? This is '90s. It's
This
like,
is like 95.
so like they always say, well, it's all about the sex and drugs and rock and roll and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, but that was then. This is now. It's like people can do whatever the fuck they want. It's rock and
Right?
roll. Uh, you're bound to do any three of those things at one point.
Pretty much.
um, hmm. I gave it a 9 out of 10
Me
for
too.
me.
Me too.
Okay, we agree on that.
Yeah, it's a really good song. Like I
Yeah.
said, it has a really good riff to it as well. I love the lyrics. I'm your
Mm.
boogeyman.
Man.
All right, number 5, almost at the halfway point at this point, the honey roll. This one's another one where I don't remember it super well. It's from
Mhm.
all 3 times I've listened to it, but what I do remember is it still had a pretty good riff.
Mhm. I mean, Angus and Malcolm like were hitting on all cylinders on every single track anyway.
For sure, pretty much.
Because like Angus, like he's the lead in, and then Malcolm's like the rhythm guitar. Like try just keep up with Angus's like speed and movement. uh. So okay, this song is just actually just about sex.
Of
Plain and
course.
simple. Plain and simple. It's just plain and simple. I mean, if you look at the lyrics, it probably sounds dirty. you
Yeah,
know,
I mean, 90% of these songs, I mean, yeah, pretty much.
and plus, like, if you can actually tell by like if you can like base the song off of like the title alone, it's like, okay, well, that song's about sex. This one's about like whatever. Uh, this song alone, it's like it just encapsulates the whole thing that Angus and Malcolm were doing at the time.
Yeah.
uh,
For me, I gave it an 8.5. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a little better than The Fuhrer, from what I remember.
I gave it an 8.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. This was only your second time through. This was my third time through. So it's
Yeah.
only fair, like you're actually like judging them pretty fairly at this point.
Mm.
All right,
Okay.
moving on. Track number 6 with Burning Alive. This one I did not care for at all
I
3
didn't either.
listens through. Really, I actually was surprised. Okay, I didn't care for it. Like at the start, even from the start of the song, I was like, eh. Like I was like, okay, I'm not sure about this. And then we got to the rest of the song. I'm like, it's not that good.
Yeah. I think it's just like one of those tracks that could have probably been on like a B-sides sort of thing. Like if
Yeah,
you
like backtracks.
yeah, like backtracks or something. Um, but it's like, I mean, it's not a bad song, but it's not a good song,
It's just
sort of.
not for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's like middle of the road sort of ordeal,
Yeah, it's
but
like mid.
um so the song encapsulates the all-encompassing nature of the emotions depicted in the song. It suggests the overwhelming heat and intensity of the passion that consumes the protagonist emphasizing the incredibly powerful and transformative nature of love.
Of course.
I mean, of course. I mean,
Of
after Honey
course.
Roll, I mean, come on, you know. Um, I gave it a 7.
Me too. I gave it a
Okay,
7.
okay. Well, we
That's
agree
just
on
being
that.
nice. That's just
That's
being
just being
nice.
nice. I mean,
Yeah.
if we were mean about it, we would have been like,
I would have given
four
it
or
like a
five.
4. Yeah. All right.
um, okay.
Moving on. Number 7, Hail Caesar. I love this track. I love the
Oh, I do
music
too.
video too, because like Angus is like constantly making cameos through appearances throughout the
Every
whole video.
everything. Yeah,
He's dressed as a statue too, I remember.
yeah. Um, I mean, it's like it's basically like just it's basically referencing like just Julius Caesar. Like there's the lyrics are a reference to the salute given to Julius Caesar. I mean,
Before his assassination.
yeah. And so it's like the title alone, like it tells you like what it's referencing to,
This is
which I
like
kind
one
of
of
like.
the few tracks that does not talk about rated R bullshit.
Well, shocker, really? It's like, that's a shocker. Um, I mean, it's like
Caesar.
Caesar. It's like it's a really kick-ass track. I do recommend that one.
The
Uh,
riff is mean on it.
yeah, I mean Angus. It's Angus. Like I mean, like I said, it. I'm not gonna say anymore. I gave it a 10 out of 10.
I gave it a 10 as well.
Okay.
Um, I was gonna add something.
Nope.
Well, another thing about this song, I find Brian's vocals are really good on this one. Like, and his vocals really stand out to me.
Yeah.
Like, the song's just really catchy in itself. There's like some lyrics that really catch me. It's like down on the something something, and it's like, uh, they end up talking about the Richter scale and stuff, and it's like it's just really catchy. Like, I just love the kind of like the way the lyrics kind of flow through the song.
Hmm.
It's just really like groovy and catchy. I really love it. It's definitely blues rock for you.
Oh yeah. Of course it is.
Moving on to track number 8 with Love Bomb. This one's actually a favorite of mine. I just like the way it sounds, like from the intro all the way to the end of the song. It's just overall, it's a good sounding song. Good riff, obviously.
Hmm.
But for some reason, not a lot of fans like this song,
I don't know why.
which is a
I
little
mean,
odd to me.
I guess some people. I'm trying not to say for all people, but like some people like maybe blues rock is not really their thing. Uh, I mean, like us both, like we both like any type of music, especially with AC/DC. It's like it's like hard rock, blues rock, whatever. It's uh, like it's kind of I guess good to change up their sound every once in a little bit, but it's like they're synonymous with like blues rock, and this whole album is blues rock.
I feel
Is
like if you were to pick an AC/DC album that showcases blues rock the most, it's this one.
yeah, it
It's
it
like a
does.
tie between this one and Stiff Upper Lip.
Yeah. Um, but anyway, before we derail off here, um, so okay, Love Bomb. It's representing a person who is relentless in their pursuit of love and affection. Hmm.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah.
Jinx.
I mean, the main lyrics really love bomber.
Love Bomb.
I'm gonna give it a
uh,
10 because I've always liked this one.
I gave it a 8.5. I need to listen to it a little bit more because it's not really doesn't stand out to me as like a favorite. Like Hail Caesar is a perfect standout for me.
For
But
me,
I
it's
think
that and like Boogeyman.
yeah, well, yeah, of course. Or Man Boogie. I think like this one is just like I just need to listen to it a little bit more. Maybe then I'll put it to like 9.5 maybe.
Yeah,
But like I just don't hear it a lot.
it's still like fresh in my head. Like I've heard it a lot since I did it the first time around. Um, but yeah. All right, track number 9 with oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I've been waiting to get
Favorite
to
in this
this.
house.
Caught with pants down. I just okay. Just from the looking at the title of it, it's like it's goofy as hell.
Oh well, yeah. Uh, it's like it's like one of those songs like it's meant to be a joke sort of like song, but it's like it's a kick-ass like rock
It's
song.
fast. Like it's a
It
little
is really
faster than what we're
fast.
used to.
Yeah.
This is definitely the blues rock song of this album.
hmm
This is like the
Um.
one that really is a prime example of blues rock.
Oh well, yeah. Um. If you and also another album, just call back to the last thing that we said. Another blues rock, I guess, esque album to kind of encapsulate that would be probably Flick of the Switch as well,
Yeah.
kind of.
If we were to revert back to the 80s stuff, yeah, I'd say Flick would do it for you.
Um, that's your cup of tea.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there. All right. So this song it embraces a rebellious and carefree attitude while also exploring themes of living life on the edge and facing the consequences of one's actions.
I always thought this was a song about a guy that got caught doing the do.
I mean, if you want to put it like that, go for it. Like everybody has their own interpretation, everybody has their own opinion.
Because one of the last lines in the song is humping with your pants down. And it's like, okay, well, obviously we know what this song's about.
But if you think about it, it's like living life on the edge and facing the consequences of one's actions. It's
Has
like
to kind of like assume it's about that kind of shit.
maybe, yeah. I kind of like how like you can take any song and just interpret it in your own words if you think about it
Pretty
more.
much.
Um, I mean, I gave it a 10 out of 10, obviously.
Me too. I've always liked this song since the first day we heard it. All right.
Okay.
We have two tracks left, starting off with track number 10, Whiskey on the Rocks. This one I didn't remember first time around, but now I'm starting to really remember it a little bit more each time we hear it. It's really not that bad. I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, I did too. Okay.
Ugh.
Let's see. Okay. I had to do something real quick. Whiskey on the Rocks. Okay, so it's a song about the hard drinking in the good old AC/DC fashion. I mean, I can't imagine like just having a shot or two with AC/DC back in the day and just being like 10 shots later and it's like Brian Johnson's just like hey buddy, how are you doing? It's just I mean it's I mean the song's self-explanatory. It's Whiskey on the Rocks. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It is about drinking. I mean, there is some topics that they kind of touch a little bit in here. Like there's like some goofy stuff, there's some like stuff about like like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Like drinking and all that stuff. And it's like they just like trying to like hit on all cylinders and stuff. Um, man, I mean this song is actually another kick-ass like song too. If
It
you think
is.
about it. Um, what do you guys say about it?
Like I said, it's pretty like it's one of those songs that I'm starting to really like it the more I listen to it. Um, like I said, it's kind of a good like precursor to the closer. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 just because I actually am starting to like it now. Beforehand, I would have gave it a 7 because I didn't really know much about it after first listen through. But I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because it's pretty good.
I gave it a 9.
Hey, that's good.
Okay.
Closing track. At track number 11, we have the title track, Ballbreaker. I mean, come on. It is a classic. It is good. And it's a perfect way to sum up the whole fucking album of Ballbreaker.
I mean, yeah, it's like when we did the album rankings, I kind of gave this album a little bit of slack
Yes.
and stuff. And uh I kind of really want to try to put it higher now, since I'm gonna rectify that mistake. Um, it's like it is a sign of the times. It is 90s, yes, and their sound has a little bit a different twang to it, but it's blues rock and it's like it's really kick ass and it's like it's really good. Like that's a good opener and there's a good closer. Everything in the middle was perfect. Some
Except for
not so much.
one track.
Not one not so much, but the other one like bam not factor not out of here. But like the rest of the 10 songs that they had were perfect and encapsulates the whole thing together. Um, like I was trying to find like a good meaning behind this one, but it's
Obviously, this song is about doing the do.
I mean, well, yeah, obviously, but like it's like I was trying to maybe like put in my own meaning, but I couldn't find like really anything to do it.
For me, it's just about a guy doing the do. Like, seriously, just read the lyrics, I'll tell you. Like, at this point, it's kind of a matter of whether you're willing to read the lyrics. The lyrics kind of tell the story for, like, a good chunk of these tracks.
So I was gonna read a comment from Song Meanings on this one.
Yeah.
It's quite obvious at first glance that this song is about some hard shagging. In fact, so much that it breaks balls. But if we
Fuck.
look deeper into the into the song, we can see a reflection of today's society and the implications of yeah, it's about hard fucking. I love that. I love
I
that
just had a fucking war flashback to the word shagging. The
Oh no,
last time I heard that fucking word
phrase. Yeah.
was when we did the Def Leppard fucking pilgrimage, and I was going through a shit ton of fucking interviews and song meanings for like
Oh
every
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
song
yeah,
we listened
yeah,
to.
yeah,
And
yeah. I
it's like
remember
the
that.
most common British slang word ever,
I mean, yeah,
besides
it,
bollocks.
bollocks. That's just bollocks.
Oh my god, I just had war flashbacks. That's great.
It's like the war flashbacks of fucking Vietnam. It's like
I was
no.
using fucking British slang for like a whole month after that pilgrimage.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Anyways, Ballbreaker, you're getting a 10.
Yeah, I gave it a 10 as well.
It's a kick-ass closer. Overall, this album wasn't bad at all. I guess we were kind of stubborn our first listen through, but it's not a bad thing to take a listen to it again a couple more times after you're done. That goes for any album you do, whether it's good or bad. It's not a bad idea to give it another try. Because sometimes you turn out to like it. Sometimes you're just more focused when you listen to it another time.
Right.
Um, so now we need to rank the album as a whole. I already did my math. What
I
about
already did
you?
my math.
Your math?
I did my math.
All right, I'm going to start with you. What did you put for the overall ranking?
89.4.
Oh, wow, I'm actually higher than you.
You pressured right at me. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm a 91.8.
Okay, well, that's not by that much. Not
For
by that
me,
much.
like I said, overall, this album was pretty good. Second and third time listen around. There's only that one bad apple with track
Yeah,
number 6 that I really feel like could have just been avoided. But
yeah,
overall, the rest of the album was pretty solid.
yeah. I thought like besides that one song, everything else was perfect.
I loved it.
hmm it was actually fun like listening to it the second time around. Uh, well, you
Third for
being with your
me.
third, but like it was actually kind of fun like just listening to it again because I was just like, okay, I gave it a lot of shit last time. And I was like, okay, I actually kind of enjoyed it the second time around. I actually liked it, and if I can rectify that mistake on the album ranking for ACDC, I actually put Ballbreaker maybe in the top 5 at this point.
I wouldn't go that far.
Kind of, I would almost top 5, maybe like 7,
I think
maybe.
last time we talked about that, I even told you my album ranking from 2 years ago is nowhere near where it should be right
Oh well,
now.
yeah.
Because I've went back and re-listened to a lot of albums on my own. Like there's
hmm
some albums that I really like. I would definitely put For Those About to Rock in the top 5 because I think I put it at number 6. I
Yeah.
need to put it in the top 5. That album I've heard so much and I love it to death. That and what was the other one? Flick.
Yeah.
Flick needs to go in the top 10.
Yeah, because Flick was fucking awesome.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Why did I hate it so much? Ugh. Anyways, that wraps up our breakdown of Ballbreaker. Uh, what did you guys think? How would you guys rank these songs? Did you guys enjoy this album if you listened to it? If you did, what's your favorite track? Like, let us know what you guys think down in the comments or on social media. So I'm going to go ahead and announce the last 2 episodes for the month since we are approaching the very end of the month super quickly. Our next episode, which is showcasing for the 28th of this month, this Thursday, we are breaking down another album, and it's not AC/DC. We are breaking down Get Your Heart On by Simple Plan. I believe this is our first breakdown ever of a Simple Plan album.
Yes, it is.
That is crazy.
That's kind of shocking at this
There
point.
are another 11 tracks to go through. So this is another 11-track album to go through. I'm actually quite excited because if you guys watched our album ranking episode for Simple Plan, this was my favorite album.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love this album, and I can't wait to break it down with you guys. So stay tuned for that. That's this Thursday. And then a week from today, we have our Easter Sunday episode, which I'm thinking about changing things up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet for Easter Sunday's episode, but I will let you guys know on Thursday's episode at the very end. It's not just going to be a regular talk about what we did today. I think we're going to do things a little different. I'm going to have to come up with an idea, though. I've got till Thursday. So, Thursday's episode, at the end of the episode, you will find out what we will be doing for the Easter episode this year. So, stay tuned.
Yeah.
So, that's going to wrap up March. April, I already have the episodes written down. I will be sending them to you probably tonight, actually, Dystro, so you can get them written down. It's going to be interesting. Just a little spoiler alert, we're kicking off April with another breakdown episode, so you guys may want to stay tuned for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have tonight's song of the night. So, unfortunately, tomorrow is March 25th. And if you guys know what March 25th means, it will be marking Taylor Hawkins' 2-year anniversary of his passing. Unfortunately, Taylor Hawkins passed away at the tragic age of 50 back in 2022. He was found unresponsive in his hotel room. Unfortunately, I think they were on tour at that time with the Foo Fighters. I still miss him every day. I have been thinking about him heavily the whole month. I've been listening to quite a bit of Foo Fighters all month, and every time I hear the Foo Fighters, this whole month I've just been getting kind of choked up about it and a little sappy in my feels, so to speak. So I was like, you know what not a better night to pick a Foo Fighter song for tonight's song of the night. And I'm gonna revert back to the One by One album. Now, this album came out in 2002, which I actually would love to rerun that album very soon. I'm going to go to one of the bonus tracks on this album. This is the track where Taylor Hawkins is singing on it. He covered Joe Walsh's song, Life of Illusion. I absolutely love Life of Illusion. I love the original, but I like Taylor Hawkins' versions too. So that's tonight's song of the night, Life of Illusion by the Foo Fighters with Taylor Hawkins on vocals. Taylor, we love you. We miss you. All Foo Fighters fans, I hope y'all are hanging in there because, man, March is just a tough month for every Foo Fighters fan out there. It's definitely been tough for me. So, if you guys would like to take a listen to tonight's song of the night, I'm going to put a link at the top right-hand corner at the end of the episode. It's going to pop up. I'm going to put the audio. I don't think there's a music video for this, so I'm just going to put the audio for you guys. It is actually considered a bonus track from the One by One album. So go ahead and take a listen, pay tribute to Taylor Hawkins. We love you, we miss you, and we hope you're resting wonderfully up there. We miss you down here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, if you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Be sure to go on ahead and follow us on social media by clicking on the link in the description below, which will take you to Linktree. We have Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter. Go on ahead and follow us there to keep up to date with the show. Also, Dystro's YouTube channel is there as well. He uploads gaming content weekly. What are you at right now for subs?
1,261.
Okay. The goal is 1,300 by April 30th, so it's like almost a whole month away. So we got plenty of time. I really hope you reach that goal. I mean, you've been on a roll lately. Heck, both of us, like the pod channel has been on a roll.
Yeah. When I looked at the YouTube Studio stuff, it was like both the views and the watch time hours, like were both positive and going up and stuff. They weren't like stagnant or anything anymore. They were like going
Right.
up and stuff, which
That's
I was like,
good.
okay, good. That's good. That's good.
So as I mentioned, we're trying to get up to 1,300 by the end of April. Let's make that happen. So go on ahead and subscribe to him. Go share his stuff around. Like I said, he posts weekly gaming content, and sometimes I'm in there too. And our good buddy Ken's is in there too sometimes. Some funny shit. Once again, take a listen to tonight's song of the night, Life of Illusion by the Foo Fighters with Taylor Hawkins on vocals. And that's it. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll catch you guys this Thursday. Peace!
Peace.